So Julian Castro has zero fucks left to give because he knows he's polling insanely low and he basically has no shot. So now he's throwing Hail Marys and haymakers left and right, and it's kind of awesome. I'm not going to lie. So he went after Biden here, and you're going to see he also just nailed Mayor Pete as well. There are a few different back and forths here from different parts of the debate, but it's well worth it. Take a look.
But the difference between what I support and what you support, Vice President Biden, is that you require them to opt in. And I would not require them to opt in. They would automatically be enrolled. They wouldn't have to buy in. That's a big difference because Barack Obama's vision was not to leave 10 million people uncovered. He wanted every single person in this country covered. My plan would do that. Your plan would not.
They do not have to buy in. They do not have to buy in.
You just said that. You just said that 2 minutes ago. You just said 2 minutes ago that they would have to buy in. You said they would have to buy in.
Have to buy in. If she qualifies for
Are you forgetting what you said 2 minutes ago?
Be in for it.
Are you forgetting already what you said just 2 minutes ago? I mean, I can't believe that you said 2 minutes ago that they had to buy in, and now you're saying they don't have to buy. You're forgetting that.
I said anyone like your grandmother who has no money.
We need a healthcare system.
You're automatically
enrolls people regardless of whether they choose to opt in or not. If you lose your job, for instance, his healthcare plan would not automatically enroll you. You would have to opt in. My healthcare plan would. That's a big difference. I'm fulfilling the legacy of Barack Obama, and you're not.
I'll be surprised to him.
Andrew Yang.
This is why presidential debates are becoming unwatchable. This reminds everybody of what they cannot stand about Washington. Scoring points against each other, poking at each other, and telling each other that you're my plan, your plan. Look, we all
that's called a Democratic primary election. That's called an election. That's an election. You know, this is what we're here for. It's an election.
So the question is, did you make a mistake with those deportations?
The president did the best thing that was able to be done at the time.
How about you?
I'm the vice president of the United States.
Secretary Castro.
But my problem with Vice President Biden, and Corey pointed this out last time, is every time something good about Barack Obama comes up, he says, oh, I was there. That's me too. And then every time somebody questions part of the administration that we were both part of, he says, well, that was the president. I mean, he wants to take credit for Obama's work, but not have to answer to any questions. I mean,
that was good, man. I'm sorry. He did really well there. I said it early on. When he did his launch video, it was the goofiest thing I've ever seen because he was so fake, such a politician, so scripted, and it was just terrible. But then I've seen him do a few interviews since his launch where he genuinely appears to be miserable. And he's a much better politician when he looks miserable. When he's trying to be too on script, it's like, ugh, you're so insufferable. But when he's like miserable and he's just like, fuck it, I'm going for it, he's so much better. So I actually enjoyed that thoroughly. The first part of, did you forget what you said 2 minutes ago? I mean, come on, man. It is a legitimate question about Biden's cognitive health. It absolutely is. I'm sorry, it is. It's not an issue because of his age. It's an issue because of the cognitive decline. You know, I don't see any cognitive decline at all in Bernie. There's none. But in Biden, I see it. It's there. You know, there's no way you can talk me out of that because I've seen it with my own eyes. So for him to like subtly point that out, totally fair game. 100%. And I'm happy he did it. And of course, mainstream media is siding with Biden. Why? They're like, sir, how could you? That is very, very uncivil and impolite. We're trying to figure out who the most powerful person on the planet will be, who's the commander-in-chief of the world's sole superpower military, the biggest military the world has ever seen. And you're saying it's out of bounds to talk about the cognitive health of said person? That is so inbounds. It's the most inbounds thing I've ever heard of in my life. So I actually enjoyed that. But my favorite moment wasn't even the back and forth with Biden. It was the Mayor Pete moment. Because Mayor Pete, oh my God, it's so smarmy and it's so disingenuous and it's so planned out. The whole because it happens in every single debate that has ever been done ever. Maybe like the first 2 or 3 times it was like, oh, okay, that's a good line. since then, it's so scripted. Where they wait for the right moment when somebody's bickering and they're like, says, this is why some people hate Washington, D.C. because of the bickering and the cheap point scoring and the arguing. Yeah. And Julian Castro doesn't skip a beat, and he's like, this is a primary election. This is like the point. This is why we're here. To have the debate and the discussion and the disagreement and figure out where everybody stands so people can vote for who they want to vote for. And the best part, and please don't take my word for it, you go back and you watch it. There's a little 2-second snippet there after Julian Castro nails Mayor Pete for just being so scripted and so obnoxious and so arrogant and so smarmy. And then Mayor Pete, he knows he got caught because you see it in his face. You see, like, he wasn't expecting somebody to hit him with like are you serious? This is an election. This is why we're here. What are you talking about? He wasn't expecting for somebody to so thoroughly nail him because he was expecting, Mr. the fake Julian, who's like, I'm going right to my talking points. That's what he was expecting. And Julian was like, nah, gloves off, bitch. I'm going to hit you with it. And so Mayor Pete has this look on his face like, all right, you know what? He kind of got me on that one, didn't he? You can see it in his eyes. His eyes are like, oh, you got me. You got me. Go back and look at it. I guarantee you'll see that look in his face. And then finally, another great moment. This was later on in the debate, but I threw it in there. The deportation moment where he's like, Jorge Ramos is like, so were the deportations a mistake? Because they called him the deporter-in-chief. There were like 3 million deportations. Now, in their defense, many of them were criminals and undocumented immigrants. It wasn't just random undocumented immigrants. However, there were many who were deported who were not criminals. So it's a perfectly fair question to say, hey, man, you deported a lot of people. Was that a mistake? And Biden does what Biden does. Deportations. We talking about deportations? Bitch, I don't even know nothing about no deportations. Yeah, but you were... Oh, that's what Obama did. Obama? I don't even know no Obama. Who's Obama? You talking about Obama? I don't even know nobody named Obama, bro. And he was like, I was the vice president. In other words, that's him saying, I wasn't the president. I'm the vice president. So, it wasn't me, son. I don't know what you're talking about. But of course, and Julian Castro points this out and doesn't miss a beat, he's like, every time there's anything positive that Obama does, you're more than willing to take credit for it and do, a dance in the end zone and act like, yes, that was me, Obama, Biden. I'm the continuation of Obama. Isn't Obama great? Isn't Biden great? Obama, Biden. Hey, what about that bad thing Obama did? Obama? I don't even know no damn Obama. We talking about Obama? Oh, God. Hey, listen, man. I have to say, I take no pride in saying this because I think he's largely full of shit, but miserable Julian Castro, I like. I love miserable Julian Castro, but only when he's miserable. He's got to be miserable for me to like him. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. Don't listen to the mainstream media bobblehead goofballs who are like, he ain't too far, good sir, to come. Civility. Don't listen to them. They're full of shit. Anybody who is watching that with just an open mind was going, damn body blow, damn knockout punch. That's what I saw there nonstop. So now, don't get me wrong. Julian Castro is so far back and so low in the polls that it doesn't mean anything. But it was still wonderful to watch.